So hello, welcome guys once again on our YouTube channel, and today we came up with all new Beyblades from Alphabet S. Well, this is series number 19 for our all Beyblades from all Alphabet. So let's start it out. So before starting our main part of the video, make sure you subscribe to our channel and also click on that bell notification icon so that whenever I upload a new video you will get the notification. And you can also join our channel guys to support us. You can simply just click on that join button and give us donations, which will help us to improve our video quality and to bring you bass and many videos more and more. So with that, let's move on to our main part of the video guys. So here we are guys, back in our Beyblade Bursty quadstrike app, and here comes our very first QR code. Well, this is of Spriggan Requiem, or we can say Spriggan Requiem S30 Zeta Purple Edition. Well, this is definitely a must-have masterpiece guys. A really beautiful Beyblade, and obviously who don't want a Spriggan Requiem. So here we have guys the first Spriggan Requiem, the purple colorish one you can have directly by scanning the QR code here. Now with that, let's move on to our next one guys, and let's see what we have here. Okay, this time we again have a Spriggan Requiem, but this time we have is the Zeta version, the original color combination version from the anime directly. So you can get this one just by scanning the QR code, and you will get this Spriggan Requiem as well. Now this is the white version of Spriggan Requiem guys. Again, all these three Requiems are like same Beyblade, but yeah, the difference is only in their the color combination. So yeah, definitely you can have this one as well. Just by scanning the QR code you will get this Beyblade as well in your Beyblade Bursty quadstrike app. Now moving on to our next one guys, here we get is the Spriggan S2 Knuckle Unite Silver Edition. Definitely a really beautiful Beyblade. I like the silver color combination of this Bey, and it is really great. You can directly have it by scanning the QR code. Moving on to our next one guys, here we get is the Spriggan S2 Ripfire Pack version, and this is like really amazing, as one of the strongest Spriggan Requiem Beyblade we can say it, as this has like Ripfire Pack version. So you can use it if you have like the physical Beyblade, you can use app to control it physically. So that is the beauty of this way. Now these are two Beyblades, Spriggan S2 Yellow and Green Edition, and after that here we get is the Salamander S412 Upgrade S Edition. Well, this is a Salamander Beyblade. The attack ring of this Beyblade is really tremendous, and the bottom part is not like super jumping because it's unstable. They had given it like in the stock combination. Now with that, let's move on to the next one. The next one we have here is the Salvage Valtryek Rashad V7 version guys. Well, it has a really strong attack guys. I don't know if there's a glitch in its avatar, but whenever you will hit the Beyblade, the opponent Beyblade with this way, he's gonna burst it for surely. So that's the beauty of this Bey. So moving on to the next one guys, here we get is the another Salvage Valtryek, but this time we have is the Salvage Valtryek V7 SQQ Short 7 edition. Well, this is the, we can say, original color combination of Salvage Valtryek from the anime. So yeah, moving on to the next one guys, here we get is the Satomb S3 2 Glaive Loop edition. Okay, so this one is the Salvage, or we can say Satomb Beyblade, well, which is a defense type Beyblade, and you can get it just by scanning the QR code. Now with that, let's move on to the next one. Next one we have here is the Satomb S3 2 Glaive Loop Black and Gold edition. So that is pretty awesome. Moving on to our next one guys, here we get is the Satomb S3 2 Glaive Loop Red edition. Well, this is like the gorgeous Satomb, most gorgeous Satomb Beyblade you can see in the Beyblade Burst app. Just by scanning the QR code you will get it. Moving on to the next one guys, here we get is the Shield Kirby's K5 Infinity Linear H edition, and this one is also really great Beyblade guys. Moving on to the next one, here we get is the Shield Kraken K5 Hurricane Banshee H edition. Well, Banshee is the driver, so yeah, with this direct hit we gonna get this Bey as well in our Beyblade Bursty quadstrike app. Really beautiful Bey guys. Moving on to the next one guys, here we get is the Silver X Zormentor J48 Fusion S Driver is the full name of this Beyblade. Well, this is Zormentor, so you can get a scan and as well as this Beyblade in your Beyblade Bursty quadstrike app. Moving on to the next one guys, here we get is the Solar Sphinx S56 Zagged H edition. So this is also a really pretty Beyblade if you see it directly. And moving on to the next one guys, here we get is the Soul Belkash Paradox P Eternal 10 edition. Well, this is definitely, you should get this one, guys, because the layer of this bay is really chunky and it's one of the best and most favorite Beyblade among all. Moving on to the next one, guys, here we get is the Spear Dullahan D6 Boost Fusion SP edition, and the layer of this Beyblade is really unique, and guys, you can see it that it is really beautiful. Moving on to the next one, guys, here we get is the Spear Hyperion H6 Upper Nothingness SP edition. So yeah, with this strong attack, we're gonna get this bay as well in our Beyblade Burst Quadstrike app. Moving on to the next one, guys, here we get is the Spear Beltriac V6 Lore Universe SPM edition. So it is like really wrong Beyblade, but definitely it has that strong power which is required to burst the bay. Moving on to the next one, guys, here we get is the Sphinx S4 6 SL5 edition. So this is a line, or we can say a flying line Beyblade. The avatar of this Beyblade is flying line, so that is the beauty of this bay. And moving on to the next one, guys, here we get is the Sphinx S4 Blades Creeper S edition. Again, the avatar, or we can say bit beast, is going to be the same, the flying line for this bay. Moving on to the next one, guys, here we get is the Spiral Traptune T4 and 8 Wedge S edition. Well, the tip of this Beyblade is made up of metal, so which provides it is great balance in the bay stadium, guys, so definitely you can get this one. Moving on to the next one, guys, here we get is the Spiral Traptune T4 13 Survive S edition. So this one is also a great Beyblade, guys. Just with this simple direct hit, you're gonna get this way in your Beyblade Burst Quadstrike app. Really a strong way, and you should get this one. Moving on to the next one, guys, we have here is like the previous, or we can say primitive Beyblade, a very first burst Beyblade. Here we have is the Spryzen, and after that here we have is the Spryzen Heavy Defense Yellow Side edition, and after that here we get is the Spryzen S2 edition, which is like the second gen Beyblade and which is the first gen Beyblade in the anime. So yeah, definitely a must have masterpieces, guys. Moving on to the next one, guys, here we get is the Stone Linwan L7 FQQ Zephyr Q plus Never G05 edition. So yeah, the name is really long, but it is definitely a must-have masterpiece, and you should keep this one in your Beyblade Burst Quadstrike app catalog. Moving on to the next one, guys, here we get is the Stone Nemesis N7 Sequus Q Needle Q A05 G06 is the full name of this bay, and definitely a strong contender to beat any opponent because it is like really strong. So yeah, with that, let's move on to our next bay and let's see what we have here. Before that, let's just check out the parts of these bay. Just tremendous Beyblade, man. Moving on to the next one, guys, here we get is the Stone X Quetzalcoatl Q47 SLS edition. Well, this is like the color combination is cheetah style, we can say it, but the Beyblade, it's Quetzalcoatl. It also comes in the Q series Beyblade, but the name of this Beyblade is Stone Quetzalcoatl Q4. That is why it is added in this one. It's the final evolution of Quetzalcoatl. Moving on to our next one, guys, here we get is the Strike Valtryek V3 6 Vortex Reboot edition, and it is a really strong Beyblade, guys. Strike X Valtryek, we can say it like the evolution Beyblade, it is the strongest. So moving on to the next one, guys, here we get is the Super Hyperion H6 18D Exceed SPM edition, and definitely this one is also really strong Beyblade, guys. And to get this one, you just have to give it a scan to the QR code, and you will get this Beyblade as well in your Beyblade Burst Quadstrike app. So yeah, that is the beauty of this way. Now moving on to the next one, guys, here we get is the Super Hyperion H6 7 Exceed SP Red edition, and definitely this one is a great Beyblade. If you want a attack type one, well, you have it. Now moving on to the next one, guys, here we get is the Super Satomb S6 Zerg Zoning SPM edition, and this is also a Satomb Beyblade. So yeah, the avatar or bit base is going to be like the Satomb, but yeah, definitely a must-have masterpiece, guys. So moving on to the next one, guys, here we get is the Surtur S2 Spear Quake edition. So definitely a great Beyblade, and with this direct hit, we get this bay in our Beyblade Burst Quadstrike app. Moving on to the next one, guys, here we get is the Sword Achilles A5 Boost Dimensioning is the full name of this Bey, and it is a great Beyblade to have in your Beyblade Burst quadstrike app, guys. A really best Beyblade, we can say it. Now moving on to our next one, guys. Here we get is the Sword Dragon D5 Spear Valor H Edition, and this one is also in red color. But yeah, the attack power of this Beyblade is really great, and it has a dragon inside, so you can expect the attack like really strong. Now moving on to the next one, guys. Here we get is the Sword Valtryek String P Extreme Retsu Edition. Also a great Beyblade, guys, like the Sword Valtryek. You know, everyone like this Bey, so you can also have it. Just scan the QR code, give it a scan to the QR code, and you will get this Bey as well in your Beyblade Burst quadstrike app. Now with that, let's move on to our next one, guys. Next one we have here is the Sword Valtryek V5 Blades Power H Blue Edition. So this is also a, you know, Sword Valtryek Beyblade, but yeah, it is a great Beyblade. If you want like just to keep in your Beyblade Burst catalog, well, you will never regret to have this one. So definitely a great Beyblade, guys. Now moving on to the next one, guys. Here we get is the Stone Baldero B7 Q Assault Q plus Rise 3 is the full name of this Beyblade. Well, the name is little long if we can say, but definitely a great Beyblade to have, so you can also have it. Just give it a scan to the QR code and you will get this Bey as well in your Beyblade Burst quadstrike app. Now with that, let's move on to the next one, guys. The next one we have here is the Steeler Hyperion H8 QR code. Well, this is a really great and the strongest attack type, one of the strongest attack type Beyblade if we can say it, and a really great Beyblade, guys. So this is the last Beyblade of our S series alphabet. With that, let's end this video, guys. I hope you like it. If you do, make sure you leave a like and also subscribe to our channel, and let's meet up in the next video. Till then, FreestyleBlader over and out.